only 9% of men on dating apps are not looking for commitment. 9%. Let that sink in. We've built this entire narrative around the idea that men on dating apps are not committal, that they're there for one thing. But my research says otherwise. 9% means that 91% are open to commitment. So where is this narrative coming from? Bad experiences ring really loud. One bad experience with a man can color someone's experience with the next 10. We have convinced ourselves that dating apps aren't a place for people who are serious, that it's all casual and disposable. The dating apps aren't broken, but your assumptions might be.
A train?
Bro came home from work early while his BM was getting a ran on her.
Nine out of 10 women don't understand this. Men prefer solitude, not because we're damaged, not because we're cold, but because peace hits harder than fake conversations. A man's soul regenerates in silence. That's quiet mornings with no expectations. Long walks where the only voice we hear is the one we spent decades running from. And women call it loneliness because their brains crave chaos and constant stimulation. Men call it clarity. The moment you stop needing people to fill the gaps, you realize there weren't any gaps at all. Solitude is not emptiness. It's a king's private chamber, and in that quiet, you finally meet the man you were chasing your whole life. It turns out it was you all along.
And you gotta play hard to get because men love the chase. They actually don't anymore. Okay? They are not at the chase anymore. Let me tell you. Ladies, it has changed. Okay? And look, I'm not actually unhappy about all of it. It's been ingrained in us as young women that, not to be too easy, right? And that men love the chase and that they're only gonna want you if you don't want them. And you gotta play hard to get it, right? And I've always thought it was honestly. I don't want to. That takes too much work, you know? But now it's gone too far the other way, where they want us to literally do all the work instead. It is unfortunate that both men and women are getting fed horrible advice, horrible information from both sides. That's really honestly pitting us against each other. Let's just literally treat both men and women the same, like how we want to be treated, equally, and I think we'll be good, right? People inflate this idea of like men and women are so different to be really something that it's not. Both men and women don't want people who cheat. We both don't want to do all of the work, right? It has to be 50-50, at least when it comes to effort. We both don't want to have to play hard to get. We both don't want people who gaslight us. Like, it's simple things. And I feel like this red pill and then a lot of the misandrous, you know, stuff that women are getting shoved down their throats on TikTok that you might not even notice, but is subconsciously, you know, leaking in. I think people aren't realizing how much that can actually affect. And then not only that, but how wrong it actually is.
You want me to tell you another secret about women that they will never admit to? They will take it to the grave. Women will absolutely treat a man differently and have different standards for that man based on if they see them as a good potential partner. For example, if a man doesn't present as somebody that makes a lot of money, she is actually going to expect that expensive dinner date from him on that first date. Whereas if she knows that somebody makes $500,000 a year, she will absolutely accept that coffee date. Trust me.
I'm dating this man, right? I break up with him. I immediately regret this decision.
when I broke up with him. I was in the trenches afterwards. Then I was like, no, I gotta hold to it. Gotta hold to my decision. This is the right decision. Blah, blah, blah. I gotta hold to my decision. Couldn't do it. Tried to hold out, couldn't do it. Ended up start texting him. He's flat out ignoring me.
You guys, I'm telling you right now, even if that man wanted to get back together with her just as badly as she wanted to get back together with him, he made the right move. You do not want to be responsive to her reaching out to you just like that and to just be willing to give anything that she asks for, because automatically that woman will lose some respect for you. And I should give you the caveat, okay, this is in cases where she broke up with you for no good reason. Like, you didn't do anything to make her angry. I think in the cases where if you did something that was really bad on your part, you can be responsive and she can still maintain respect for you. But if you literally did nothing and then she experiences you getting back on the hook without her really giving anything to you, when she's really the one that did you dirty, this is the only way to handle it. And by the way, that woman ends up calling him and texting him time and time again, not obsessively, but here and there. And then at one point, one night, she tells him that her grandma, and he didn't even respond to that. But later on, they did end up getting back together. Then he found out that her grandma didn't actually. So there's that.
Okay, single men. What is the appropriate pickup line that you would receive well to? Can I just approach you and be like, "You're cool. Are you single?" Or "Hey, you seem cool. Can I have your number?"
First of all, I really like that she's asking this question because it means that she's willing to put in effort into meeting a man, which is very indicative of what she's going to be willing to give within the relationship. Secondly, to answer her question, you can go up to the man and literally say hi, and that's it. For most men, that will do, and he will take the lead after that. Now, in the random occasional case that you get somebody that maybe has been traumatized by some past experience with a woman, or maybe he just doesn't have enough experience and he's super shy. In that case, still lead with the same approach, just say hi, but then pay attention to how comfortable he is as he's talking to you. If he seems like he's not getting many words out or he's not understanding that you're interested in him, that's when you can go in a little bit more aggressive with your message and just say that you're interested in him in that way. Say the words and you will see it click in his mind like that.
There's nothing wrong with me. It's just not here. Jesus Christ, put the knife down. You're going to stab me.
I think you're being a little bit overdramatic.
Of course, because it's always something wrong with me. There's always something wrong with me. I'm done. I feel just shameful.
I never said that.
Yeah, you just did.
When?
Just now, Matt.
What did I say?
I just can't keep doing this.
I didn't even say anything.
Seriously, I just feel this weight, I'm just weighed down with.
First of all, the man is just trying to slice some apples. I don't think he's going to accidentally stab you. Second of all, I'm exhausted from the overreaction here. I can't imagine being him. Thirdly, I think it would be actually very beneficial for that woman to rewatch this video and pay attention to how he didn't really say anything to her when she said that he did. And he stayed calm through it. You would think that somebody would be reactive to that because you're basically gaslighting him into trying to believe that he said something when he didn't. But he still stays calm through it, even though you're not. You're escalating it. You're talking about how you can't do it anymore. It's so interesting to me how comments under this video are mixed. Some people are saying that this is really a him problem and others are saying it is a her problem. What do you guys think?
Okay, body count, or the amount of people that you have been intimate with. Is this something that people are taking into account in dating now? Are they asking the people they're dating how many people they've been intimate with? And the key question is that impacting your decision on whether you move forward in dating them? If they tell you, oh, I've been intimate with 200 people versus 4 people, is that going to be a factor in whether you continue dating them? Also, keep in mind, let's say they've been single for multiple years and had many partners along the way. Maybe they haven't been married for 20 years. Is that a factor for men and women? Do you care? Or do you think, hey, the past is in the past. What you did back then, I don't care about as far as how many partners you've had. As long as you're loyal and you're a good partner to me, that's all that matters, right? I'm curious, what is your guys' opinion nowadays in body count? Let me know.
If your body count is under 50, do me a favor and go outside and live a little bit.
She said to go outside and bust that coochie wide open. Yeah, that's what she said. Why is your body count at 50 to begin with? You are already your self-esteem is on the floor. And she's encouraging you to now walk all over it. 50! And she's telling you that you haven't lived enough yet. If you ask me, you've lived too much. You're doing too much. You've done too much. And you need to stop. If your body count is at 50, you should never get into another relationship. Ever. Just stay single for the rest of your life. I mean, you're already in a situation, but you don't have to make it worse. You don't have to listen to women like that and have no self-respect. Love yourself first, okay?
And I really do appreciate Dr. Jess bringing this to light. She was talking about essentially about 91% of men that are on dating apps, they are open to commitment, right? They're open to something that's a little bit more long term. Modern women would have you believing that no men out here want to commit. No, men don't want to simp anymore. That's it. Y'all want men to simp. Oh, there ain't no men looking for commitment. No, there's no men looking for servitude. They don't want to sit up here and be your servant all day and get nothing in return. Y'all don't want to be equal. Y'all want a man to do what you want him to do when you want him to do it. How you want him to do it. And that's not realistic, and that's also not fair. He does everything that you want him to do, but you don't do anything that he wants you to do. You want everything that you want to do, mandatory. Everything that he wants to do, optional. Y'all gotta start, and that's what I'm saying. Oh, you know, a lot of women be talking, oh, we got standards now. We need to start defining what those standards are, because you can have a standard, but if the standard is bullcrap, what does it matter?
Most men do not initiate divorce like women do, but have you ever wondered why? It's not because they can't, because they totally can. It's not because they're weak. A man will literally endure a sexless marriage, a tense marriage, a loveless marriage, if it means he gets to see his kids every morning. He will tolerate the disrespect, the distance, and the neglect. But what's the alternative? If he initiates divorce, it can cost him his children, and that means another man in his home, another man influencing his son, another man around his daughter. And that's his trigger, because a man is biologically wired to protect. So he stays. He's protecting access to the people he loves and would literally for. But this is the truth that I need to tell you, men. Enduring all of that has a big cost. Your kids see it. They see the disrespect. They see the tension. They see the lack of love. They see their dad shrinking in his own house. And guess what they learn? They learn that love means tolerating misery, that marriage means resentment, and that a man's role is just to take it. And I'm sorry, but that is not leadership. That is weakness. Staying like that is destroying you, and it's teaching your children the wrong model. Your kids do not need a man who is perfect or withstands pain. They need a man and a father who is firm, strong, respected, and present. So start setting boundaries, real ones with real consequences, or you're going to spend years tolerating what you know is you, and your children are going to think that is normal. Loving your children without strength turns into a slow self-destruction, and that helps nobody. So respect, my friends, non-negotiable.
My last marriage, he was not very much a leader.
Well, he was trying to lead you. He was like, I don't want you doing XYZ, but you were being rebellious.
By not wanting to eat.
You literally cheated on him. But
I-
you said he was controlling, but you ended up cheating on him.
I did.
So men, when it comes to protecting doesn't just mean protecting you from immediate threats, physical. It can mean protecting the relationship against your own, no offense, half-hearted desires. Oh, I want to have a bunch of single girlfriends who are invariably going to end up hating my boyfriend or husband or whatever. By the way, single girlfriends are like the worst thing ever for a relationship. They want their girlfriend back. They want to do hood rat. You know, she's prioritizing the husband over the single girlfriends who want to do hood rat shit and go get drunk at some bar and go some SoundCloud rapper. Women will put their own relationship at risk. And it's our job as men to be like, no, you're not going to do this really stupid that puts you in a high probability position of cheating.
I'm curious, to the men who say that they like feel invisible and they feel like women aren't like interested in them, or like that they just like pass them up like they're not even there. What do you think it is? Not saying that you're like a problem or whatever, but I'm just saying, what do you think it is? Do you think it's like how you're dressing? Do you think it's how you're walking around? Personally, when I walk around with like a resting face, and like people comment on it. People are like, oh, I thought you were mean. Like I didn't want to talk to you. So that's something where I'm like, okay, I need to work on that. Like, do you look like cranky, or I don't know, like how are you dressing? Like a lot of people want to say, oh, you should be able to wear anything, but like I treat people differently based on how they dress. Like if I see a man in a business suit, I'm gonna assume it's going to work, you know? Like I don't know, if I see a guy in like baggy pants and like a stained sweatshirt, I'm gonna be like, he doesn't look like he's taking care of himself, you know? Like, if I see a guy in his pajamas, I think he's in high school, you know? So it's not necessarily like a really bad thing, but like, how are you being perceived to people? And like, again, I'm not hating, I'm just literally curious, like, what do you think it is that makes you feel invisible? Like, are you just not going out enough? Like, are you not going to the gym? Are you not going to the grocery store? Are you not going to coffee shops at 11 a.m. and like talking with the barista? Like, what do you think the issue is? Or do you think it's completely not your fault? It's the 20% of men that are better than you, that no one's going to notice you because those men exist. What is it? I'm curious.
Men are no longer providing for women who don't want to take care of them. The whole purpose of a man protecting a woman is so that she can take care of him. Why would he pay for some useless? It's not going to help him, not going to heal him, not going to live.
Women's Sphere, just trust me on this one. The payoff is going to be both hilarious, but also quite unsettling.
Y'all still ain't realize men are waking up. They're saying goodbye to the, well, that's your job and that's what you're supposed to do type of. So it's okay for us to ask a man how he's going to provide, protect, and secure our future. But it's a problem for him to ask us how we going to be the helpmate, the healer of the home, and his rib. We want to be the wife, but we don't want to discuss how. How?
Today I learned there are actually white guys who love going downtown to eat.
And that's where we're going to cut it today. I think we've heard enough. I saw a bunch of men freaking out over a few of these videos that were getting some views from this creator. And guess what? She's AI. She's not real. She's fake. And by the sound of the things they're programming into her, I'm gonna assume she's programmed by a white man. They are so desperate for women to believe what they believe because their beliefs are so insane that they have to make up fantasy women because no one would ever say that.
I cannot date a man with a 9 to 5. I'm just not going to do it.
Okay. Say what you can. You're telling me.
I provide very well for me and my family, and I'm always looking to grow in every way, spiritually, mentally, financially. Life is about growing. So if you are just comfortable and stagnant at one place, and I'm growing, we're never going to be on the same frequency, period. So I'm not even going to play myself. I dated a guy that had a 9 to 5, and it was frustrating to me.
What was frustrating?
He was a great man. Don't get me, he was good to me, but while I'm saying, okay, I just got this truck, I got my home health care, let's get this. It's like you sitting here working your 9 to 5. I'm over here doing more work than you. You start getting frustrated and building animosity toward that man. Yeah. And you can say,
you're mad at me going to work. This is why the prisons are full. Because women want us to crash out and do illegal, scam, sell dope, sell dick, sell pussy, do something illegal, because a good, hard-working man is just not good enough. The fact that I've been at this company and I got some money coming in on my pension is not good enough. It's frustrating to her that every first of the month the direct deposit hits and the rent is paid. And the mortgage is paid. And then I have a 20-year successor retirement plan. It's frustrating to her. No, go crash out. Risk your freedom. Impress these women. But by the time they close the door on your sale, she gonna be with your homeboy. Thank you, Miss Crystal.
You're very welcome.
I'm looking for new people to come on my podcast, the Ugly Buddy Podcast. Imagine if millions of people heard your story, knew about your business, your music, your film, whatever you got going on. All you gotta do is DM the word interview to this page right here. It's not free, but it's so affordable that you're not gonna wanna miss it. Let the world know what you got going on. Let the world hear about you. I need you on the Ugly Buddy Podcast. DM me now.
You on my Instagram too? On the you both at the same time.
Follow me back. Alright. Come here, darling. Come here. Listen. If you follow her, you have to follow me. Wait. Come here. That's my goal. Alright, not for long. Not for long. You're gonna message me though. Yeah, well, you're gonna come back to the villa tonight. Drop me a message, sweetheart. What's your name? Lily. Give me a kiss on the cheek. Sorry, brother. Game's the game, mate. You got a hella off, bruv. You look like a live right now.
Yeah. It's live as well.
Yeah. Mate, you can't have that, bruv. You are.
I know.
Mate, tell her, bro. Tell her you're done right now.
Not right now.
Alright.
I don't know.
You're finished, bro. You're
I don't
finished.
know what the fuck's going on. Well, I just went, is there a chance you go on with Matty tonight, even though your boyfriend's behind you? She went, maybe. But her boyfriend's like, I can't.
So, okay, first long-term relationship, you told him the body count was on the low end.
Yeah, he was
How
like,
did he
that
find
changes
out?
everything.
Like,
And
did you tell him, or did he like
I just
find
started
out?
feeling guilty because I started like really falling for him. So I was like, this lie, like
Damn.
I'm holding it in. So I told him, and he like flipped out on me.
Wait, so what was the number that you told him?
4,
What was it actually?
like 150.
Excuse me?
Sorry, mom.
Wait,
Sorry,
how old
Dad.
were you?
I was 19. I had a friend who had an older sister, and she told me have sex with as many people in high school as you can because no one has. What? So I took that as law, and I really went for it.
Wait. Can you repeat that part? What she told you?
Have sex with as many people as you can in high school because nobody has any yet, and I just took that as law because I was hypersexual, very young.
And you're 27 now?
I am 27.
Okay.
So do the math.
I am not the competition type on my homie. If you ever feel as if I'm neck and neck with somebody else, go pick that and somebody else, please. Go pick them. Go pick them, because I promise you ain't the competition. I actually might up my chances on purpose just because I know there is competition. If you feel me, I might go up on purpose because I'm over cool now. If I'm not your only option, I am not your option. You is not a part of this program, and I sure ain't a part of your program no more. Delete me. Fire me. I'ma go where I'm wanted and not tolerated, because I feel like I'm tolerated over here because you still got your ounce of mother. Soon as I see you got your ounce of mother, yeah, I'm moving on. Yeah, you replaced. Yeah, I ain't never looking back. Yeah. And see, I'm standing on all 10. You spin me one time, I'ma spin your ass forever. You hear me? You would never be able to come over here again.
And, I think a woman was talking about, these white men got to get in an AI avatar to say this, and this, and that's how desperate they are. No, I actually think that, there are some women out here that are saying that type of stuff. I know you probably don't believe it, but there are women out here that actually advocate for men. There are women out here that actually understand that men are people as well. Modern women like to say this type of stupid stuff. Oh man, nobody believes what men are talking about. Men are just making it up because they're trying to win women over to their cause. No, at some point in time, I want there to be a consistency. There's never really with modern women any consistency. Modern women are so scatterbrained and short-sighted that it's up and down. You're with a modern woman, it's going to be a roller coaster ride that you should have never got on, and you'll be begging, I will pay you to get off this ride.
We often hear women say that men don't want to be men anymore. They don't want to protect. They don't want to provide. They don't want to take care of a woman. And I think the reason why is because it's not reciprocated. If a man says women aren't women anymore, that's an uproar. We want men to be men, but men want women to be women. What does that mean? If he is supposed to protect and provide, then you as a woman are supposed to do what? Oh no, that's misogynistic. Alright, so isn't that misandrous? That you want a man to be a man? Because shouldn't we say women need to be women? And what does that entail? If the man is supposed to be traditional, then he should have a partner who is also traditional. Wouldn't that make sense? Because if you ain't gonna be that woman, the cook, clean, traditional aspect, why are you looking for a man to be traditional? That doesn't make sense. Stick with the 50-50. If you ain't looking as a woman to adhere to certain standards or gender roles, then why would you look to a man to adhere to certain gender roles as a man? Don't make any sense, you know? We gotta pick a lane. So I think it's more about men aren't men because women aren't women. If you think about it, what do you guys think?
I did not have a prenup. I asked for one, and I was told, Ash, I have known you since we were 20 years old. I've watched you build everything. I would never, ever take that from you. And I trusted him. I lost everything that I worked for since I was 17.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone that was involved with this negotiation.
Lady, it looks like you've just enjoyed the man experience. Now, we do have some good partying gifts for you. Some people call them swag bags. But in this little goodie bag, we have a studio apartment, an air mattress, some oodles and noodles, some gift cards to fast food restaurants, no access to your children, and a bunch of regret and depression. But don't worry about it. Just like all those men out there, you'll be just fine.
Black men. Black American men in Thailand. I have never seen so much disdain and dislike for black women than I have in the past few months living here. I've been living in Thailand for 14 years since I was 16 years old, so you know I know what I'm talking about. Now, this is not all black American men, okay? I have a lot of black male friends in Thailand. We're Thai. I consider these guys like my brothers. But y'all passport bros, you're on something for real. Now, where's all this passion coming from? This video on YouTube has been circulating. A friend of mine reposted a YouTube video and my face was on the video, y'all. A couple of my friends' videos from TikTok and YouTube on this video as well. This video was titled, Black Women Blame Black Men for Being Single. How are you going to essentially attack or call out women for sharing their experiences? It's hard for us dating in Thailand. Why are we penalized for that? Like, what? And I won't even say that it's just black women because I've heard from other foreign women as well that it's hard for them to date too. I watched a bit of the video, but I didn't want to watch the full thing because I'm not helping that man's algorithm, and neither should you. His video comment section was going off. Like, it brought out all the passport bros. And the one thing I gotta say is y'all need to do better.
You're not manipulating men. And I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all not manipulating these men.
So I'm gonna tell you more about how I manipulate men. I think my manipulation started very young, when I was about like 16, 17. And it was when I became a stripper. Yes, don't judge me.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You wasn't manipulating nobody when you were 16, 17. Those men were predators, okay? They would have did whatever and gave you whatever and done whatever because they were predators. That's number one. Number two, you're not manipulating men. And I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all not manipulating these men. Y'all can't manipulate men in 2026 because y'all showing y'all hand. Okay? Y'all showing y'all hand. The men know what cards you about to play before you even play it, because y'all think that y'all are getting all the tips and tricks online from all these different dating gurus and all these women that are teaching y'all how to quote unquote finesse men. Baby, the men are watching the same videos. Y'all get on here and y'all tell all y'all business. This lady started this video out talking about, well, let me show y'all how I manipulate men. Do you think the men can't see the videos? Do y'all think the men are not on social media? Y'all be in these comments. Y'all be making video after video after video showing your hand, telling these men exactly what it is that you do. So whenever you meet them, you see them out, you pulling the cards out of your hand, baby, they already know what you finna play. These men are 10 steps ahead of you because they already know what you gonna do. Y'all all got the same playbook, the same script, the same everything. And you think these men don't know what's going on? You think you finessing somebody? Back in the day, yeah. The women used to finesse. Why? Because they had seduction. They used to be seductive, charismatic, feminine. Y'all barely even feminine. Y'all sitting here talking about a man gotta bring out your femininity. Baby, the femininity is what you gotta use. That's the number one tool if you really want to finesse somebody. You gotta use that femininity, but you can only a man can bring the femininity out of you. The femininity that you were born with. A man gotta bring it out. But y'all finessing people, y'all get on here and tell all y'all hoe stories, all y'all thought stories, all how y'all done got gangbanged and trained and ran through and all type of and then you think you finessing somebody. If a man decides to give you anything in 2026, baby, it's because he got it to give and he want to give it. It's not because you did any type of manipulation or any type of finessing, okay? You didn't do none of that.
Victims of the male loneliness epidemic deserve exactly zero empathy from women.
And why would that be?
Because hating women is exactly how they got into this mess. And the only thing that's going to get them out of it is being less misogynistic and to stop placing the burden of their problems and the solutions to those problems on women.
I feel at this point, I should actually state the obvious. Because at least as far as I have seen, for the most part, those speaking about the supposed male loneliness epidemic have mostly been women. And a person has to wonder why that is. Not only that, but those particular women who choose to talk about how lonely and misogynistic most men supposedly are really seem to have never actually had a conversation with any of these single men. Because no, most men are not misogynistic. And those that are single are actually, for the most part, rather happy being single in their drama-free existence where they can actually just enjoy their peace. It's almost like some of these women need to believe that men are lonely so that they can justify some of the statements that they are making.
My husband is gonna make burgers tonight for dinner, and I was like, what are you making with the burgers? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, what are you making with the burgers? Is it a burger and fries? Are you making a salad to go with it? Is there fruit on the side? What's the side dish? And he's like, I'm not making a side dish. How many of your husbands do that when they make dinner? Because every time my husband makes dinner, it's just a burger on a plate, a piece of chicken on a plate. I love that I have a domesticated husband who will make dinner, but he has literally served us just a single chicken breast on a plate.
Most likely that man was either raised by a single father, or he was single himself for a while, or he was raised by a mom that really pushed veggies on him and he hated every second of it. Honestly, a lot of sides are just fillers, especially French fries. Like, you might as well just eat another burger rather than fries. I've actually done that myself, especially from fast food restaurants where the fries are just not healthy. Also, let's not forget that that burger has veggies on it, plus some cheese for protein potentially. Also, most of you ladies don't have a leg to stand on, because can we talk about girl dinners? Your idea of a meal could be crackers, cheese, maybe some pepperoni with olives and wine. That's it.
This is Pew Research. 50% of men aren't looking for a relationship.
When they say aren't looking for a relationship, do they mean I'm not looking for a woman or I'm not looking for commitment?
And not actively pursuing any kind of interaction with women.
Oh.
Casual included.
What?
50%. Here's the point, right? You asked about solutions. The first thing that we need to do is turn down the volume of adversarial nature between these two. Anybody that listens to those two stories, right, the plight of men and the plight of women in the modern dating world, and doesn't see it as, wow, that's that really, really sucks for both sexes. Men have it worse in some ways, women have it worse in different ways, right? This isn't a competition of like, oh, let's wave the flag of who's actually accumulated more victimhood points. The first thing that needs to happen before anything is the volume of the conversation needs to be turned down. We need to see the challenges that are faced by both sexes. The second thing that needs to be put out front is that there needs to be a way to raise men up without bringing women down, because it is very easy for you to say, okay, so women are out achieving men in education and employment, let's just put the reins on them and then everything's going to be brought back. You go, look, I am not trying to row back any of the gains that have been made by women over the last 50 years. But you do want to have eligible male partners, right? If the thermodynamics of attraction include the fact that women tend to want to date across and up in terms of status, employment, and education, you need to do something, right?
You know, it really honestly and truly, modern women don't really understand. I don't think they even care, because men keep on telling them, I can see the videos that I can see them. This is crazy. This is ludicrous that they sitting up here thinking, I can't see the videos. Men are watching the same videos that you're watching. Y'all are I mean, you have to understand, you know, some of your stuff is going to show up. You know, you're going to be commenting on something, you're going to like something, and somebody's going to see that you liked it or you commented on it. And they can go to your comment and read your comment. God forbid, your man is scrolling TikTok or Instagram, and, you know, they see what you've been liking and they see what you've been commenting. God forbid. Because then you're going to have some explaining to do. You're going to, well, why was you creeping on me? I wasn't. It was out there. It's public information. It's public data. You're out here acting like men don't understand, men don't see. But when I'm telling you, man, Modern women, like she said, they think they're slick and they think they're hiding stuff. When a man locks in, then it's all over.
To be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had a date, one date, and nothing else after that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000. I don't see how this is going to go any further. I think it's a waste of your time.
In that letter, he lied. And then that's what brought forth the perjury. It was never perjury in the beginning. It was perjury after his response.
Well, you can't say, listen, he has the right to put whatever is in the answer.
I'm not saying he can't, but
you can't add another count because you don't like or you disagree with what is in his answer.
If he responds and his response is a lie, it's perjury, then my documents will prove that he lied in his response.
No. It's his version. First of all, do you understand what perjury is?
Yes, I understand perjury is a lie. I know what perjury means.
Perjury is a statement, a false statement made under oath. So
exactly, and I got documents that prove he was lying.
You don't understand. It's a false statement made under oath. Under oath.
That stated a
when did he testify to something that he lied about? It's a false statement made under oath.
Bottom line is, you said it's a criminal offense, so I will send it to circuit court. Are we done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Perjury is. Perjury is a false
I know exactly what perjury means. I know what perjury means. Are we done here?
No, you don't.
Is it a criminal offense or not?
What statement? I don't see anything in the complaint that says he made some false statement under oath.
Because you don't know what happened. You're on the outside looking in.
But I can also transfer the venue to circuit.
Yes, that's what I thought, because there were other cases that should have been transferred somewhere else. So that's okay.
Ma'am, what about his costs associated with appearing because you filed it in the wrong court?
I need to see because I was not aware, since you said perjury was not on there, I was not aware that a criminal offense for intentional infliction of emotional distress was considered a criminal offense there, that it had to be
I didn't say that. That is not what I said.
Yes,
that is not what I said.
That is what you said.
No, I didn't. You
yes,
said
you
that.
Did. You stated
I said that circuit.
You stated.
I said,
just hope if you hit my Lucas.
This is what's wrong with society, y'all. This is what's wrong with society. They consider that a strong woman. Oh, she's standing up for herself. Aren't you worried? But I would be worried. I'd be so worried if I knew my daughter was acting like that in public. Listen, I don't know if you're watching this video, but if this video gets to you, I'm gonna tell you, girl, you're so lucky. You are so lucky. You didn't get your rocked. You are so lucky. First of all, I could tell. I'm gonna tell you real quick. You are a representation of your house, of your parents. The way you act in public, that's the way that we see your parents. So when you act like a little disrespectful, combative, rude, oh, look at me, your parents didn't raise you right, or maybe you didn't have parents at the house. Because no way in would a young woman raised the right way put herself in a predicament where she could be harmed severely by another man. That's not strong. Oh, she's just standing up. No, she's not. That's why she has a ring on her finger. That's why that dude's next to her. Listen, a lady, a strong-minded woman, behaves herself, pays herself respect in every situation by not putting herself in harm's way. That gentleman that was just looking at her understands she was not raised the right way, because no woman on earth with good values is gonna do that. The only people that would do this are disrespectful little rude mothers who didn't have discipline at home, who have never been taught to respect your elders. Okay? I don't give a fuck what kind of environment you were raised in. You don't do that. You don't go into somebody's face and start bickering at them, because one day you're not gonna bump into the right gentleman. Somebody's gonna rock your so hard, you're gonna end up in Mars. And here you are with broken teeth. Oh, he attacked me. Verbal attack is still attack. You're still crossing the line. You're still crossing the line. I could press charges on you. You are being combative. You are being rude. You are harassing me. A lot of y'all weren't taught this. And that's why I'm here to tell you. Don't think that because, I didn't touch him, he can't do. No, trust me. If he feels threatened, he can definitely pursue to defend himself. I don't know about y'all, but that was not strong. That is not mature. You should worry. If you have a child like that, you should definitely worry. You should have a sit down and say, listen, I'm just going to tell you one time. Those teeth, they can get punched. A woman and a man, very different anatomies. Men are stronger. Society is raising y'all's kids. And that's what's going to happen. And that gentleman that was next to her, he's not a gentleman. If that was your son, I'm going to tell you, he's a little. Because why the would you put yourself in a predicament when a woman can put you in a dangerous predicament? That's point number one. Point number two, if that's your chick, shame on you. Shame on you for not knowing how to control her and tell her, hey, you need to chill. Because that shows leadership. So many things are wrong with this video. Tell me what you saw.
I'm not a fan of the princess treatment trend because a lot of the time I feel like it's just women acting like children in their relationships. Like suddenly the standard for a man isn't character, loyalty, work ethic, discipline. It's just what lifestyle he can give you. Trips, bags, cars, constant surprises. And I'm not pretending I'm immune to it because sometimes you see these videos and you have a moment of like, oh, that's nice, that must be nice. But most of the time it isn't real. And more importantly, that's not what builds an actual marriage. Marriage isn't one person being served like loyalty. Marriage is two people serving each other with their strengths so the life they're building actually works. Princess treatment culture basically tells women, you don't need to bring anything to the table because you are the table. But a woman who actually is a table would never say that because real value doesn't sit there demanding things. Real value adds things. And some women online are acting like a man is failing you if he can't buy you a Chanel bag. Most men are just grinding like everyone else, and with the right woman in their corner they can grow faster, not with someone sitting there auditioning their wallet.
When a man truly loves a woman, his instinct isn't to dominate her. It is to remove the weight from her life. Not her responsibility, not her independence, the weight from her shoulders, the constant stress, the hypervigilance, the super masculine energy, the feeling that she has to brace herself for everything. A healthy masculine presence creates this safety, not by control, but by consistency and emotional steadiness and being somebody that she does not have to manage herself. And when a woman truly loves a man, she does not want to fight him. She doesn't want to compete with him, and she sure as does not want to be in her armor around him. She wants to soften, she wants to rest, and she wants to be able to trust. That doesn't make her weak. That makes her regulated. When a woman feels safe, she stops surviving, she stops hardening herself, and she stops testing you. Here's the part that people miss. This dynamic only works when both people are healed enough to hold their own role without resentment. A man who leads from insecurity turns controlling. A woman who softens from fear turns dependent. That is not love. That is trauma bonding. Real love does not feel chaotic. It does not feel like power struggles or some emotional whiplash. It feels grounded, predictable, and quietly strong. Two people exchanging what they naturally give when love is real. Anything else is noise.
I decided that I was going to tell him that I wanted a divorce. I texted my therapist, our marriage counselor, and I was like, I need to tell him that I want a divorce, but I want to do it in a session so that there's like a mediator present. Got us in like ASAP, like 2 days later. And I walked in knowing that I was going to ask for a divorce. We sit down in our session. It's like really tense, really awkward. My ex was sitting there like, so why do we have an emergency session? Therapist was like, Jamie, do you want to start? And I just started crying and I was like, I want a divorce. You know, it's hard for me to like say the words. I'm done. I want a divorce. He sat there quiet. I'm sitting next to him crying. He didn't move. He didn't look at me. He didn't react at all. He just was stone cold. And eventually our therapist was like, would you like to respond? He responded right away. And he's like, fine, let's just go ahead and finalize the details. And that was that. I looked at my therapist and I was just like kind of stunned. I knew that I was ready to leave, but I couldn't believe that that was his reaction. There was no empathy. There was no compassion. There was no like wanting to fight for us. I didn't think that there would be, but you know, you just always hope that like one last try. We went home that night. We didn't speak. He slept on the couch. I woke up and went to work the next day, came home. He was playing PlayStation that night. I sat next to him. We hadn't talked in 24 hours. I said, can we talk about what happened yesterday? And he was just playing, just looking straight ahead. And he's like, what's to talk about? In my mind, I'm thinking, this is our last ditch effort to like steer this ship around, you know? And I was like, so what are we gonna do? And he just kept playing. And he was like, I already got an apartment. I already took my name off of the lease. He had done things within that 24 hours. He had opened up the filing folder of his single man life and went ahead and got all the shit done.
But I think, you know, and I understand and I appreciate Lauren for sharing her perspective. But modern women, you know, it doesn't really matter what you do. Well, I feel safe, this. It doesn't really matter what you do. These modern women are going to test you, regardless of if they need to be doing it or not. They're going to test you, and they're going to fool around and mess up the relationship. I was thinking, you know, there was, you know, that clip of the woman, you know, she said, well, I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. I saw my friends were joking around with their men about divorce, and I decided to do the same thing. And now my husband wants a divorce. And my husband's not talking about me, or he's not talking to me. He's not doing this. I love this man. This is the only man that I've ever loved. What am I going to do? How do I get this man back? How do I stop him from filing divorce? I have no idea, because you decided to play around and test that man. Let it be known that y'all, because y'all think y'all can get down the line and do anything, regardless of how stupid it is. Let it be known. Modern women always have foolishness up their sleeve.